In the sleepy town of Ashford, nestled in the rolling hills of Vermont, Claire Harlow was a beacon of justice. A 37-year-old attorney with a sharp mind and a heart for her community, Claire had built her career defending the underdog. From pro bono cases for struggling families to heated courtroom battles against corporate land developers, she was not just respected, she was loved. For the 3,000 residents of Ashford, Claire was more than a lawyer. She was a protector, a friend, and a confidant. So when she vanished without a trace on a crisp October evening, the town was plunged into a nightmare. Claire's last confirmed sighting was at 7:45 p.m. on a Friday. She had left her office, a converted Victorian house on Main Street, after a late meeting with a client. Security footage from a nearby cafe showed her walking to her car, a silver Subaru Outback, parked under a flickering street lamp. She appeared calm, her auburn hair tied back, a leather briefcase in hand. But Claire never made it home. Her Subaru was found the next morning, abandoned on a desolate stretch of Route 9, about 10 miles outside of town. The driver's door was ajar, her briefcase and phone still inside. There were no signs of a struggle, but one detail chilled investigators. The keys were missing. Theories swirled. A carjacking gone wrong? A random act of violence? The townsfolk clung to these possibilities, unwilling to consider the darker undercurrents that would soon surface. Detective Ryan Caldwell, a state investigator with a reputation for dogged persistence, was assigned to the case. He quickly sensed that Claire's disappearance was no random crime. As he interviewed her colleagues, friends, and family, a different portrait of Claire began to emerge, one far more complicated than the beloved small-town attorney everyone thought they knew. First, there was her client list. Claire had recently taken on a controversial case defending a local teenager, Mason Tate, accused of arson. The fire had destroyed a prominent businessman's warehouse, and while Mason claimed innocence, tensions in town were high. The businessman, Robert Klein, had publicly accused Claire of shielding a criminal and vowed to make her pay. Then there was Claire's personal life. Though she appeared to be a workaholic, loved only by her 2 golden retrievers, whispers of a secret romance began to surface. Caldwell uncovered emails between Claire and an unidentified lover signed only as E. The messages were passionate but cryptic, hinting at an affair that had grown increasingly strained in recent months. 2 weeks after Claire's disappearance, a jogger discovered her keys in a wooded area near the abandoned car. The area was searched extensively, and near a shallow creek bed, investigators found a torn piece of fabric matching the skirt Claire had been wearing the night she vanished. It was soaked in blood. The discovery turned the case from a missing person to a likely homicide. The town's sense of safety evaporated, replaced by fear and suspicion. Caldwell intensified his focus on the people closest to Claire, and soon a name emerged: Ethan Marlowe. Ethan was a married real estate developer, a charming man with a dark reputation for using underhanded tactics to secure land deals. He was also Claire's secret lover. Confronted with the emails, Ethan admitted to the affair but insisted he had nothing to do with her disappearance. He claimed they had ended things weeks before, though his wife, Lila, provided a different story. According to her, Ethan had been in a foul mood the night Claire disappeared, leaving the house for several hours without explanation. Just when it seemed Ethan would be arrested, Caldwell received an anonymous tip. A man named Jared Boone, a drifter with a history of petty crimes, had been seen loitering near Route 9 the night Claire vanished. Boone was picked up for questioning, and under pressure, he confessed to stealing Claire's keys from her car. He claimed he saw the Subaru parked on the roadside and thought it was abandoned. But when asked if he had seen Claire, he hesitated. "She wasn't there," he finally said, "but I saw someone walking away from the car. A man." The description Boone provided was vague, but it fit none other than Ethan Marlowe. Confronted with this new evidence, Ethan's alibi began to crumble. Cell phone records placed him near Route 9 that night, and a search of his property uncovered a blood-stained shirt hidden in a shed. Ethan was arrested and charged with Claire's murder. He confessed during interrogation, claiming the affair had spiraled out of control. Claire had threatened to expose him, not just for their relationship but for illegal land deals she had uncovered while researching one of his developments. In a fit of rage, Ethan admitted to confronting her that night, striking her and leaving her body in the woods. Claire's body was eventually found in a shallow grave, covered hastily with dirt and leaves. The town of Ashford mourned deeply, holding candlelight vigils and painting a mural in her honor on the side of her old office. Ethan Marlowe was sentenced to life in prison without parole, his once polished reputation reduced to ashes. But for those who had loved Claire, there was no true closure. Her disappearance had shattered the illusion of safety in their idyllic town, revealing the darkness that can lurk behind even the brightest facades. As Detective Caldwell drove away from Ashford for the last time, he couldn't shake the feeling that Claire's story was more than a tragedy. It was a reminder that even the closest communities can harbor dangerous secrets.